Well, I was looking at putting out a recruiting update video today, and we got some shocking news with Oklahoma football. Not the news that you were expecting on a Thursday afternoon, but Germaine Lole. You guys remember him? The transfer defensive tackle from Louisville, originally started his career at Arizona State. Yeah, if y'all haven't been following the news, you're about to literally be shocked. But before we dive into it, I need to hear from y'all. Make sure you're jumping down in the comments below. Give me your thoughts, your opinions. Hey, and thank you guys for tuning in to the PG show where we're talking about all things Oklahoma athletics. But, this time of the year, we're talking a lot of OU football recruiting and transfer portal news and things like that. And we're going to talk about transfer portal news today because Germaine Lole, the 6'2", 315-pound defensive lineman, originally started his career at Louisville, went to Arizona State, then transferred. Well, okay, he started his career at Arizona State, transferred to Louisville, and then transferred to Oklahoma. Never actually, I think, enrolled in classes. Ends up flipping his commitment to the University of Texas. And if you're an Oklahoma fan, you're now looking at Texas and going, ha ha ha, y'all just accused us of overpaying for Dominic Williams. What did y'all just do to be able to flip Germaine Lole, right? I think that's kind of the instant reaction Oklahoma fans are having. And honestly, I'm not seeing as much of the negative reaction as I thought I would see in the coming 30 minutes of this happening, because I thought Oklahoma fans would kind of react a little bit of, oh no, are we going to lose Dom, or, what are we going to do with the defensive line position? You kind of just see fans going, yeah, well, we got Dominic Williams. So, yeah, good luck, Texas. That's kind of the reaction. Now, in the Discord, I did see somebody asking, hey, do you think Dominic Williams would flip from Oklahoma? No, they're already on campus. They're planning on moving in. Dominic Williams is here at Oklahoma, and I believe he is going to be here to stay. I don't think we see him actually end up transferring anywhere else. But it was interesting. Jerry Hamilton with On3, I believe he does stuff with the Texas. They did a reaction to Lole flipping his commitment, and he said that Lole was on campus, or at least he's reporting that Lole was on campus for Texas last weekend, and it was a very hush-hush thing. He says that he doesn't even think the OU staff knew, which the OU staff knew. You would imagine that his offer at that point would have been pulled because the Oklahoma staff does not play that game. We all know it. The policy is when you are committed, you're not taking other visits. So I kind of agree with Jerry. I don't think the staff knew because we didn't get any news that Lole's offer to Oklahoma was pulled. But this is exactly why Venables has that policy. For those that don't like the policy or that question the policy, this is why Venables has it. Because you need to be able to know what kind of roster you're going into the season with. And when you have guys that are recruits or transfer portal guys and they're still taking visits after they're committed to your school, you can't guarantee that player is going to be on your roster. So the best way to do it is no visit policy. You're committed. You're there. You're not having an open-ended relationship with your wife, right? I hope not. Same thing here. So what does Oklahoma do at this point? I really don't know if they do anything else. I mean, obviously you still got Suggs out there, but I know he narrowed down his list the other day, and I don't think Oklahoma was in that. There's not a lot of other defensive linemen I would look at right now and say, yeah, Oklahoma's going to go after there. Remember, they can't take SEC transfer portal guys that entered in the spring. They would have had to got them when they were entering. Well, if they entered in January, you can take them. If they entered in the spring, you can't take them. So that's interesting enough to note. So I think OU's probably going to roll in with the defensive line room that they have currently. But good news for Oklahoma is you got to watch the spring game. You saw Devon Sears absolutely ball out. So you have high expectations that Devon Sears will be in that rotation. He'll get good minutes. You've got Grayson Halton, right? All the expectations are on there for that guy. Jaden Jackson, David Stone, true freshman. We knew they were going to get run. Maybe now they're probably going to get a little bit more run. And then you've got guys like Marcus Strong, Ashton Sanders. This defensive line room for Oklahoma with DeJoun Terry and Dominic Williams leading the way. I don't think there's any room to worry. You've got a really good edge rusher room. So when you look at Oklahoma, going into the SEC. You do wish you had a little bit more depth there, but you're not worried in terms of the overall talent and what Oklahoma is going to be able to put out on the field for a starting role. So, Sooner Nation, I want to hear from y'all. Big news. Germaine Lole flips commitment from Oklahoma to Texas. I want to hear what you guys think, so make sure you're joining the discussion, jumping down in the comments below. Hey, and if you've made it this far into the video and you have not already, make sure you hit that like and you hit